This Yamaha Virago 535 is finally running properly. And what was wrong with it? Well, that's where things get interesting. Because there wasn't one fault, there were several. And every time I thought I'd found the problem, the bike got better, but it still wasn't right. Now, we've all probably done this. We're working on an old motorcycle. You find something wrong, assume that's it, fix it, and then discover you've only peeled back another layer. So rather than make a video about repairing a Virago 535, I thought I'd show you how I went about finding these faults, including a couple of times I went completely in the wrong direction. The strange thing about this Virago was that it started really well. It ran really well at tick over, so it was running perfectly well at stand to still. But take it out on the road and put the engine under load, particularly in the higher gears, and it wouldn't just work. It would go flat. No real misfires, no coughing or banging, it simply wouldn't pull. Ease the throttle back, and sometimes it would actually pick up again. Now, that immediately made me think the carburettors, and that seems perfectly reasonable. The bike had been sitting for some time. There was contamination in the fuel system, and the carbs certainly weren't clean. So, I ultrasonicked and cleaned them and fitted new jets and emulsifiers. I put everything back together, and it still wasn't right. Lesson 1. Finding a fault doesn't necessarily mean you've found the fault. The next clue was the fuel pump. The original pump wasn't working properly. And now I thought, this explains everything. The bike could get enough fuel to idle and rev without load. But once riding, and you're asked it for considerably more fuel, the pump couldn't keep up. So I ordered a replacement. I bought an inexpensive replacement from a company called Carburetor, or CLB, and that turned out to be a mistake. The pump worked intermittently. Sometimes it worked, and sometimes it didn't. And on a couple of times, when out, the bike actually stopped completely. You could physically hear when the pump wasn't operating. I contacted the company because they advertised that they had a 30-day money-back guarantee. Initially, I was told they'd contacted the manufacturer of the pump and that the pump was suitable for this bike. Then I was asked to check the connections, then provide photographs and videos. And the emails went back and forth. Eventually, I decided that the pump wasn't worth the amount of time and effort and all this back and fro on the emails to get my money back. So, based on my experience, that's not a company I'm going to recommend. This time, I bought an MTM pump, and immediately things improved. The bike no longer stopped. I could hear the pump working, and it was definitely running better. Problem solved? Nope. It was better, but under load it would still occasionally go flat. The Virago 535 has a slightly unusual fuel system. What looks like the tank in a normal position is only part of the story. There's another, which is actually the main tank, is under the seat. And removing that lower tank is a pain, and not something I absolutely wanted to do. So, after checking the pump flow, I noticed contamination was still coming through the fuel. And suddenly, another piece of the puzzle was starting to make sense. The bike had been sitting, and the carbs had become contaminated. I cleaned the carbs, but I hadn't removed the source of the contamination. Whatever was sitting in the lower tank was working its way through the fuel system and into the pump, and causing the problem again. So I completely drained the lower tank and blasted air through all the fuel passages and pipes until I was happy that everything had been blown out. I fitted a new fuel filter as well, and once again the bike got better, but it still wasn't completely right. By this stage I checked the carbs, changed the pump, changed the fuel filter, flushed out the tank, and checked the fuel flow. And then I did something that I probably should have done much earlier. I took the air filter out, which is here under the tank, and that made it a different motorcycle. It wasn't perfect without the fuel filter, because that changed the airflow, but it definitely made a difference. So I ordered a new air filter and fitted it. After the first run, there was still some hesitation, and I was wondering whether I had another problem. But remember, this engine had spent quite some time running with a badly restricted airflow and all the fuel problems. I checked both spark plugs. They looked good. Very similar colour on both cylinders. So, rather than pulling everything apart again, I just went out and had another ride on the bike, put up more mileage, and in this second run, the Virago finally ran exactly as it should. And that's really why I wanted to make this video, because there wasn't one magic fix. The carbs genuinely were contaminated. The original fuel pump genuinely wasn't working properly either. There was contamination in the fuel system, and the fuel filter needed replacing, and also the air filter needed to be replaced as well. So perhaps the lesson here is when you're working on an older motorcycle that's been sitting for a while, you're not necessarily looking for the fault, you may be looking for the faults. And when you repair something and the bike improves but isn't completely cured, don't immediately assume you're repairing the wrong thing. You may simply be removing one problem and exposing the next one. Anyway, the little Virago is finally running properly, which means I can stop taking it apart and actually give it back to its owner. I'd be interested to know if you've ever had a bike like this. One where you fix one fault only to discover another one hiding behind it. Let me know in the comments, because I'm fairly sure this Virago isn't the only motorcycle that has done this to somebody. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you.